So one of the questions I'm often asked in my program is, how can I get a little bit more bang for the buck by using leaps? Now, some people call them poor man covered calls. I don't like that at all. I think that's a stupid way to do it. There's a lot more to trading covered calls than just buying a stock and selling an option against it. By the way, if you don't know much about covered calls, take a look up here. I've got a link to my other covered call video that's out there, and you can take a look at that. But most people don't have a program around covered calls. We have a full system called the cash flow machine. And it's got a system of rules around it to let you know, hey, if the market's doing this, you do this. If the market's doing that, you do this, right? So there's different things that we do with the market, right? You can't just have a thing where you just buy the stock and sell the call and that's the only advice you get. There's got to be a full system around it, right? Because we know that the market is emotional. And when you have emotions go up, intelligence goes down, right? So we don't want to make stupid emotional decisions, and that's what most traders do, even in covered calls. Now, what can you do with covered calls using leaps? Well, you can sell covered calls using leaps. It's really cool. The way it works is you're never going to get something for nothing in the market, so you're going to give up a little something. But let me give you an example. So let's say Tesla right now is trading at $1,100, and you can find a long-term equity anticipation security, and LEAP, right? It just means a longer term option. You find, let's say, an $800 strike price, okay? And it might go out a year, right? And so let's say, just for rounding the numbers off, for going out that year, you're going to pay a $100 time premium, okay? So you're going to pay $300 for the in-the-money amount. That's the $800 strike, less the amount that the stock is in the money, okay? So that's $1,100 right now. 1,100 minus 8 is $300. That's the in-the-money amount. And then on top of that is going to be a little bit of a time premium. That time premium is what you got to pay to be able to play in that game, right? You can't have something for nothing, and so that's the price. But look what you get. Instead of spending $1,100 on a share of stock, you only have to spend $400 to control that same share. So you can buy almost 3 times the amount. Now, you never get something for nothing, so you're going to give up a little delta, which means it's not going to quite move it 1-for-1 with the stock, but you're going to be able to buy 3 times as much. Now, you've got to have rules around it, and you got to understand there's some accounting irregularities around it. We teach all of that in our cash flow machine program. And you should know that, right? You're not going to just get in this, buy 3 times the amount on a leveraged product, and everything's perfect. There's a lot more babysitting and rules around it. I want to make sure of that. And by the way, this isn't financial advice. This is just an opinion, and just be smart, right? Just learn about what you're going to invest in, no matter what it is. But you can use a leap, and you can sell covered calls using leaps. It's really cool. So now you've got $400 invested, and let's say you're getting at the money, you're getting $30. Well, $30 over 400 invested is 7.5%, right? So you're making 7.5% if you make $30. How often can you do that over and over again? Well, you can do it a lot. So you're making a bit more, and you're giving up a little bit of delta, a little bit of slippage, and a little bit of accounting security with it. But selling covered calls using leaps is a really, really great strategy. Now, quick commercial here. We have a program called the Cash Flow Machine. It's a course. We have an introductory course for beginners that just teaches the basics of covered calls. Then we have a program called the Elite course, which is a fabulous course. It's got over 90 modules in it now, and it teaches you all the different rules, the market timing rules, the stock timing rules, what you do if the stock goes up, down, what you do in the different kinds of markets. It teaches you like everything, mindset, which is 90% of trading, as you probably know. And then it teaches you how to sell covered calls using leaps. Something that is called synthetic. We talk about synthetics quite a bit in our program, and people love them. If you want some more information, click on one of the links below, and I'm sure you can join one of our courses. And we even have a mastermind group, a whole community around it, and make sure that you're going to be applying the knowledge in the way that we teach it. The point here is not to give you that commercial. The point here is to teach you that you can sell covered calls using leaps, and it's a really fantastic way to use covered calls to create income. That income creates defense. You lower your basis in the stock, your basis in the synthetic position, and by doing that, you increase your return and you lower your risk a bit. Hi, Mark Yegge here, wealth architect and author of this book on my covered call investing system called the Cash Flow Machine. Listen, what you just saw is just one part of creating reliable income of 2 to 4% a month from the stock market. But if it were that easy, then everyone would do it, right? If you want to learn how I create investment income the right way,
then you need to learn and have a system with rules and what-if strategies so that you can learn what I do when the market goes against me, what I do when the stock goes against me, how to adjust my trade so that it's always in a winning position, how much to risk, how to build a multi-million-dollar portfolio that creates income of $10,000, $20,000, or $30,000 a month in semi-passive income. And best of all, the whole cash flow machine system takes less than an hour a week to implement. Just go to cashflowmachine.io to learn more, or click this link for more videos, masterclasses, and free resources. See you there.